Thanks for clicking on our video. My name is John and I'm with LFS Logistics. We're going to be diving into our TMS dashboard and reviewing how our tool can change and positively impact your shipping department. This is the main screen of our dashboard, the login screen. You'll begin by entering your username and password, which typically is your email. Now, a great feature on the login screen is to keep me logged in. So after you've entered in your username and your password, you want to make sure you select that, and then they'll always be pre-templated or pre-filled right after clicking on the email box. Go ahead and simply click Login. It'll take you to our main screen of the dashboard, which is divided into 3 different categories. So we have tracking, aging, and claims. Now we can change the information that's displayed to us on this dashboard by selecting the date range. There is a few options here on the left-hand side to show quarterly, weekly, daily, or annual information, or we can manually select the time frame that we need to be displayed. Once we've chosen that given date range, the information will automatically update on the dashboard. So under tracking, there's a few different categories or subcategories. We have no pro, on time, late, and variances. So no pro is just referring to the amount of dispatch shipments that haven't been picked up yet. And the shipments that have been picked up and they're in transit, the dashboard will show you which ones are arriving on time or which ones are already late. They missed that delivery date which was originally given to you by the dashboard. And variances simply are shipments that have been invoiced, but the original quote amount does not match what's invoiced by the carrier. And that can be due to several factors. Residential deliveries that weren't added in the original quote, lift gates, appointment deliveries, etc. Now looking at our aging tab, it's simply referring to the amount of invoices that are current and open or are past due. And claims is referring to shipments that have been damaged or lost and we've filed a dispute against with the carrier. And it'll let us know which ones have been closed, which ones are waiting a response from us, from the carrier, or are currently being worked on. If we move down to the analytics section, the dashboard will display, again, based on the date range, how much you've spent on shipping. And in carrier breakdown, a pie chart would be displayed in this area, and it'll simply show you which are the most common or most frequent carriers that are used by you. Now if we scroll up and look at the right hand side, we have 2 little icons here. This is our notification tab. It will display a number if you do have any unread notifications, and our profile tab, which allows us to change our username, password, or update any contact information. If we scroll over to the left-hand side, we see icons such as quotes, all shipments, address book, invoices, and claims. So we've already covered these 2 sections here. By clicking on these, it's just going to give us a more in-depth breakdown or detailed report of our invoices and claims. Our address book is a very helpful tool. It makes the system very templated. We can add in our list of contacts that we ship to or receive from. And when running quotes, it's just simply accessing the drop-down box for our address book and selecting the receiver or sender on that quote. Now focusing on the 2 main sections that you will be using, quotes and shipments. Shipments, it's just a reporting section. It will show us which quotes have became a live shipment, and we can kind of filter through them using the filter section to show which shipments have been dispatched which are pending, which are in transit, which have been delivered. So let's start by accessing quotes. We're going to go ahead and click on all quotes. Now the dashboard is going to show us all the quotes that we've ran through the system. Now if we don't want to see all this information, we can filter through this area as well by clicking on filters and selecting the date range. Now let's say you're looking for a specific quote and you saved your quote or reference number. You can type it here at the top and hit enter, and it will automatically pull it up instead of scrolling through the list. So let's go ahead and click on a random shipment that we have in here, a quote. And it's going to take us to the quoting tab. So let me go ahead and click on a different one that has a little bit more information to be displayed. For example, Oklahoma City to Leon Valley, Texas. So our dashboard's automatically going to show us what carriers are available for this shipment, the distance of the shipment, and it will break down the details of the shipment as well. If we have to edit any quote that we've ran previously, we can access it by clicking it and clicking edit quote. If we have to make a completely new quote, we want to make sure we go to all quotes, new quote, and then in this field here, we're going to enter in the shipment information. So we'll start by the pickup date. Now let's go ahead and select Monday. We'll punch in our zip code, where it's shipping to, we'll look at the accessorial field to see if we need any of these features. Residential pickup, liftgate, limited access. We can click on more services just to see if any of these are required with this shipment. If they're not, we do not have to select this field. Same thing for delivery. If our company receiving the shipment requires a liftgate or requires an appointment or to be notified ahead, we can definitely add those features onto this shipment. And if this is going to a previous customer that we already have saved in our contact list, we can click on address book and select that customer. The next section would be where we add in the information for this specific shipment. So we have items such as stackable, hazmat, used, machinery. Down in this field, we'll list the amount of pallets or crates or pieces or items. And in our drop-down box, we'll select the sort of packaging which fits the description of the shipment. We will add in the weight, the dimensions. If we're working on a fixed class and we have our NMFC, then we can go ahead and select that and enter in that information. If we don't have that information, we can simply run this density base. The system will suggest the best class based on the weight and dims, or you can also contact your sales rep and they can upload your NMFCs and your fixed class directly into the system. So once you've entered in that information, assuming you don't require additional pallets to be added on, you go ahead and click on Get Rates. And the system will automatically start to search through all the 200 different carriers domestically that we work with and give us the options available for this specific lane. So on this shipment, commercial to commercial, 4 pallets, 500 pounds, class 50, Florida to California, our cheapest rate is $201.69. And if we hover all the way down, we can see that our most expensive rate is $3,421. Now we can filter through this information by changing it to transit time if that's our priority, the cheapest option, the carrier with the highest insurance coverage or liability coverage, or we can sort from high to low as well. And we can change the view format of how we see our quotes. Once you're ready to move forward, you simply select quote, and you can proceed with entering the information for this shipment and booking your shipment in the dashboard. The dashboard will automatically dispatch the shipment for you, and that information will go under our shipments tab, which then you can access later if you had to print out any BOLs, any pallet labels, or just simply track the package to get an update on when it's arriving to its destination. So this is our dashboard, a quick little dive through of what we have to offer as a company at LFS Logistics. If you do have an interest in getting some quotes, working with our sales reps, please reach out to us. We're located in Orlando, Florida. You can give us a call Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 o'clock at 866-537-5644. Once again, the number is 866-537-5644. We look forward to hearing from you and working with you. Thank you.